Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to a brand new Let's Play. And if you're wondering why you're watching this video again, if this is indeed the second time you've watched it, it's because I got a content ID match on both of my Warcraft 3 videos. Now I'm going to assume it was because of the introductions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all the cinematics out of this LP. Now, when it comes time for a cinematic to play, they're on YouTube and other people have uploaded them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post a link to the opening, and I'll let you watch it there. So, I mean, even if that video particularly gets taken down, it's not like it's a big hard thing for you to go and find it, you know, if you really wanted to see the cinematic. Now unfortunately I've already recorded up to a point, up to the end of the second campaign, so you might hear me talk about, oh, and here is the cinematic. You're not going to see the cinematic. Instead you're going to see a link that leads to a cinematic somewhere else on YouTube. So with that out of the way, I'll go ahead and just do the rest of the video. I'm going to re-upload my introduction video, and I'm going to re-upload the Chasing Visions prologue mission again, and then after that I'm going to upload another episode of Breath of Fire 3. But this will be first. So yay. I'll see you guys later, and have a wonderful day. Sorry if I sound tired. I am incredibly tired. I just got off work. So anyway, bye. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Warcraft 3. This new LP series that I'm doing will start with Reign of Chaos, and we'll move right into the Frozen Throne, where I will do all 7 of the main campaigns, and then the bonus campaign in Frozen Throne, and the custom campaign that Blizzard made that bridges the gap between the prologue campaign in Reign of Chaos and the Orc campaign in Reign of Chaos. There's a little custom campaign that bridges and tells how they met the trolls. I'll be doing that later. I'll when I get to the bonus campaign in there, I'll do it before I do that. Just to let you know. Now, I got 3 things I want to talk about in this video. First of all, tell you a little bit about Warcraft 3. Second of all, I'm going to tell you why I chose Warcraft 3. Third of all, I'm going to tell you what to expect in this game. Okay. First, Warcraft 3 is an RTS. It's not a hack and slash game. It's not an MMO. It's not any of that. It's a RTS. It's got some fantasy elements infused in it, but it's an RTS. It came out in 2002. It's a PC game. You're not going to find it on any console. It's got really good multiplayer if you want to play it. Let's see. Fascinating story. It starts a lot of the plot lines that led into WoW. Really, only it took them until Cataclysm to really tie up all the loose ends that Warcraft 3 leaves behind. So, I mean, when they got to Cataclysm is something they pulled out of their older lore, like the background lore, you know, the Deathwing thing. That was their lore from before Warcraft 3. Like, that's their background stuff. Warcraft 3 sets up the Lich King thing, the Outland thing. It sets up the entirety of Burning Crusade, the entirety of Wrath of the Lich King, and the entirety of the original World of Warcraft. I mean, there are some things, most of the stuff that having to do with the Elder Gods is stuff they made up for World of Warcraft. It's their old lore. They got that. But anything to do with the Lich King or Illidan come from this game. And they just kind of filled in the the bare bones comes from this game, and they filled in the blanks as they went along in World of Warcraft. Now, although the old gods do make an appearance in Frozen Throne. Soda. So that's basic information about Warcraft 3. So, do note that some of the lore they tweaked or just outright ignore from this game, from this game to WoW, like the Draenei thing. In this game, the Draenei are this shamanistic nomadic tribe on the blasted ruins of Outland. In World of Warcraft, they're space goats. So, it's a little different. It doesn't entirely contradict, but it raises a couple of eyebrows. You can see where they tweak some things. Make it fit, which is fine. It's their lore. They can retcon it all they want. Now, let's see. The reason I chose this game is because it's hands down my favorite RTS of all time. Hands down. There are some close seconds. Red Alert 2, Yuri's Revenge comes to mind. But the big thing that makes this my favorite is the amount of time I spent on Battle.net. Now, I tried to get into the Command & Conquer thing, but my online experiences with Command & Conquer have been very bad. But I still enjoy the Command & Conquer games. Red Alert 2 is number 2 on my list of favorite RTSs for the sheer merits of its single player alone. So, if you've never played Red Alert 2, then you're missing out, man. Red Alert 3 is pretty good too, if you get that. Let's see. I spent a lot of time on Battle.net on this. I got to be decently good. I fought my way up during the Reign of Chaos Battle.net era before Frozen Throne came out, and I almost exclusively played Undead for almost the entirety of the time I played on Battle.net. I got up to the Lich portrait before Frozen Throne came out. I didn't manage to get any higher. I had somewhere around... I hovered around a 50% win ratio for Reign of Chaos. But that was because there was a lot of early losses. I had a much better win ratio in Frozen Throne. Somewhere around between 65 and 70% was my win rate in Frozen Throne. For Frozen Throne, I got all the way up till the Portrait of Sylvanas. Now, if you don't know what the whole portrait thing is, for X number of wins, they would award you with a specific race. They'd award you with a portrait. There was 6 different sets of portraits, 5, one for each of the 4 races, 1 for choosing random race, and then later on, about the time I quit playing online, they introduced like a tournament mode. And there was another set of portraits for that, I do believe. And I never really did that. I didn't get any of those portraits. I did get the dragon turtle for random though, so there was that. I had like a 70% win ratio. That's not to say that I'm not going to say that I was one of the best, because I wasn't. I actually did play one time. I remember playing. I actually played. I don't remember what his character's name was, or even what year it was. I played someone who was in one of the big tournaments, and he stomped my ass, ground me into the dirt like I was a cigarette he was putting out. I mean, he killed me. I was like, oh my god. He just come in and he's all with his high-level macro and high-level micro, and I'm like, dear God, I can't compete. I fought to the end, though. That's one thing I always did, and it irritated some people. I'm one of those players that I will play until you wipe everything I have out. Until the game forces me to stop playing, I will play. I don't care what it looks like. Until that screen comes up and says, you lose. The reason for that is I've turned around games where I've had someone sitting here going, "Oh man, you fucked up real bad. You need to just quit." And then I was losing, and then he made a mistake. The longer you hold on to something, the more opportunities you have to exploit a mistake that an enemy makes. Now, at the super highest level of gameplay, that's not necessarily true, but I wasn't in, like, you know, if you get like into S rank, A rank, B rank, C rank, and then like D, E, and F is like, you know, where you start. I was probably probably like a low B, really, you know, almost just barely at it, you know. So, you know, I might have been a little higher than that. I don't know. I never really did the whole tournament thing because, you know, never really got known or anything like that. But I spent a lot of time on Battle.net in the game. That's why I picked this game. Now, things you're going to need to expect from this LP. 1, I haven't touched this game in 6 years, except for the practice run I did of the entirety of the game before I started filming this. That's the only practice I've had. I went through the game once. That's all the preparation I did for the game. The reason being is I remember the game, I remember the basic strategies. What I don't have, and while I have my memories of playing the game, what I don't have is I don't have my muscle memory, and I don't have my reflexes. I don't have that anymore. I played this game for 2 years straight. This is on Battle.net. I mean, for a while. I played it from when Reign of Chaos came out to when they introduced the whole tournament thing on Battle.net. I stopped playing online shortly after that. In the single play, in the matches, and then I stuck around a little bit more for playing the custom maps, and then I just kind of fell off and stopped playing altogether. So that should give you, if you played the game before, that'll give you a time frame of when. So 2002 to 2000, we'll say 5 to be conservative. It's 2011. So 6 years, okay? 6 years. And I have never played an RTS like I played Warcraft 3. So I don't have the knowledge of the hotkeys. I don't have the knowledge of the, of how to make my hands do what they did back in the day. So this is going to be a very casual playthrough. It's going to focus on strategies and stuff of like a casual nature, you know, which is what the single player is anyway. You don't go into single player and do high level gameplay. The single player is there to teach you how to play the game so you can go on to the multiplayer and then dominate some noobs, you know, however they want to do it. It's kind of like in World of Warcraft. The grind from 1 to the level cap is not the game. The end game is the game. You start at level 1 to slowly introduce you to your abilities. Well, that's what the single player does. It basically slowly introduces you to the units, and then the final mission is basically a midterm. All right. And then the expansion pack is the second half of the semester, with the final mission being your final exam. So I mean, that's how the game is. This game's gonna be very casual. Let's play. Okay, don't expect me. I'm gonna do a lot of clicking. I'm gonna click on I click on the abilities and to use them and stuff like that, because I can't be asked to go and memorize some hotkeys for this. Now, I might end up by the end of a campaign memorizing some hotkeys, just because I use the abilities a whole lot. But to go in and do it beforehand, I didn't have time to do that. That would take me weeks. Okay, I have stupid hands and I have a terrible memory. I just want you to know that now. My hands, I do not have the hands of the robot devil. I have really stupid hands, and they're squishy and they like to touch me in odd places. But so low level gameplay. Another thing, I'm only going to be uploading one video in my interval, my every other day interval that I have been doing for a while now. What that means is if a mission will take one video, you get the whole mission. If the mission will take 2 videos, you get the first half, and the next time you'll get the second half. If the mission will take 3 videos, you get the third, the third, the third. Keep that in mind. The missions will typically run between the 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Okay, most of the missions in Reign of Chaos take about 30 minutes to complete. So, the majority of the longer missions will be cut in half. In the Frozen Throne, the missions take a lot longer. I might consider, depending on how many parts I have to break something up, I might consider uploading, faster. We'll see. You know how I am. I'm kind of random. I have the schedule, but I also like to throw a lot of random extra stuff in there. Just to say, hey, thanks for watching. Here, have some extra videos, because I know for some reason, you enjoy what I put out. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So, 2 things to keep in mind. Don't expect high-level gameplay. This, like most of my LPs, this is going to be a casual walkthrough of the game. This is not going to be... Sorry, I got breathing a lot of concrete dust today. This is not going to be high-level gameplay. It's going to be very casual. Most of my LPs are like that. You guys should know that by now. I'm not... I might impart any knowledge that I have, but I don't by any means know everything about the game, which is one reason why I like to do this, because lots of people tell me things I don't know. Like earlier, like on the Parasite Eve videos, somebody told me that I didn't know that if you killed the arms on the ultimate being in the final boss battle, the next to last battle for Parasite Eve 2, he turns slower. I didn't know that. I always save the arms for last. The big thing I killed was the tummy. The tummy was the first thing. That's what I killed. So he wouldn't shoot laser beams at me from his chest cavity. I didn't know that. So there are lots of things I don't know. So casual game playthrough. Don't expect high-level gameplay, and really only expect one 15-ish minute video a day. An upload, because I'm not going to do it every day. So, yeah, if you want to see sit down and watch the whole mission at once, then you're going to have to wait a day or 2. So, just to let you know. Well, anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So, starting next time, we're going to go right into the prologue campaign, and I don't talk a whole lot in the prologue campaigns because of the fact that there's a narrator. He's obnoxious and annoying, and he likes to start talking when I'm trying to say something. So, I'm quiet most of the way through. So, I'll see you guys next time on Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos. Bye.